And as such, unrest increases by 1.
Yep, already done.
Yep.
After this, she will return to office.
I think we calculated this. This takes you back basically in time for the council meeting, I believe.
Sure, we can do that. Yeah, it's a long trip.
It is a long trip. All right. Meanwhile, does anyone else of Team PC have anything they want to do in the time leading up to the council meeting?
I have something.
Yep.
There are hexes that I just drew a black line through.
Yes.
Might as well. Send the caravan back away to the gate. I have 40-foot move speed. I have invisibility. I can outrun things. If I can't, then, it's okay. It's okay, I'm a bard. No one needs to know about my glory. I'll have died too young like River Phoenix.
Alright, make me a perception check, please.
Sure, I can do that. It's not a problem.
Oh, hang on. All right. Yeah, Rilland can certainly make a beeline through these territories and basically check them out, scout them out.
Yeah.
Let's see here. When he starts out, there's no real problem. He sort of makes his way around the edges here. When he approaches this area, a couple of days into his exploration,
Okay.
he does actually notice when he sort of walks along the edge of the fungal jungle here, that the path sort of takes a very narrow, like it narrows down, and the only way really across is to pass on this very narrow path over basically like 100 feet sheer drop straight down. Think of it like almost like a Bridge of Khazad-dûm thing, although the bridge is located against the cave wall.
What a great choke point for an ambush. Let's amend the let's amend the walk.
Indeed.
It's like let's try that. Detour.
Yep, veering away from the somewhat suspicious-looking outcropping. Veers away and does like that. That is certainly possible.
Right.
Yeah, you can. Let's see. Taking 10 your perception. That is enough to sort of make basic scouting of these areas and basic drawing up of geography and stuff. These areas can be marked as explored, except this one because you've basically avoided.
Right. That's good. Along with the assaying, which I guess can be handled between after the session or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. I'll go ahead and take the lines off.
Wonderful.
Afterwards, Villanid will go back. He'll collect his posse that he left at the ruined Drow garrison.
Yes.
And with whatever luxury they have left, basically arrive just in time, before the next council meeting. Oh, man, it was so rough out there. They're predators all around.
They've had this huge orgy for several days at the ruined outpost.
Yep. It was Hex 606 where the problem was. Was that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
0606.
All right. I'll go ahead and mark that with a little circle.
All right then. In that case, everyone arrives back in time for council.
All right.
Assemble.
Council assemble! The shape of Alunari.
The shape of Eleanor. We don't have enough pieces to make her. Also, you know, in addition to Europeans not knowing how seasons work, they also don't know how time works.
Are you referring to sheep being a few minutes late?
I mean, he did say it'd be like, what, a minute?
I said a few minutes, but yeah.
Okay.
See if I remember the positioning. I think we had.
Your people can sit however they want, right?
Sure.
No, if they can sit how they want, why do I have to sit next to him?
You don't have to.
But Gorval seems to enjoy Trislan. You know, her company. He she reminds him of his mother.
Don't go there! I have too many cultures that act like that.
We can't have Gorval sit at the end next to Ivy, because then Ivy might...
And he's not important enough to sit closer to Elinari.
How about we just swap Zin around then? Maybe.
Gonna move Gorval down to Sin's position.
Miku?
Huh? There we go. We can punish Gorval by making him sit next to Miku.
As they're sitting across enough.
Yeah.
Trislan's happier now.
Oh yes, Gorval enjoys his current seat at the council, flanked by Miku and Sandor on the opposite side.
We'll go ahead and give Tether the seat there. I'll stand here at the edge.
Well, you know, you can have a seat at the very end as well.
You have to have that big map.
It's like, I need like room for the maps and shit.
Like the secretary for that sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
That's like a laser pointer. But it's like a mushroom. You know, he squeezes and it comes out light.
Like some PowerPoint with only like Excel documents in them.
Exactly.
Really not very graphically impressive.
You know, it's just functional. And
just
function.
Despite Elinari and the liking of creativity.
Yes, this super dull Excel document.
Only like gray and white colors.
Like, ugh.
A lot of red on blue.
All right. Third council is then assembled, and we begin as we usually do with a stability check. This is something usually done by the warden. Do you want me to roll it, or do someone of you want to roll it?
I think the another
DDS don't want to step up
character
again.
has a position that gives it's either DDS or the High Priest.
Yeah, I definitely think player characters should be making these rolls.
I think so too.
People who give stability, though, we have a lot of you.
In that case, time, John, so we just go back and forth taking turns on this?
Like,
Sure.
Every player character except for Elinari.
Yes, you get the stability roll. We've got a bonus plus 23.
23.
D20 plus a 23 then, yes.
When do,
Target DC is
when do the
26.
buildings we have constructed last turn finish?
They finished by this council meeting, basically.
Yeah,
So they
jail finishes.
And reduce the unrest by 2.
Yep, because that's what the jail does upon construction. Reduces unrest by 2.
yes.
34.
34. Yes. The fiefdom, as it were, remains stable, and that is great.
You gonna add it, Grimith, or
I
should add it just as one person does it?
mean, you can just remove the unrest by 3. I can go ahead and I can add like the building. You already added the building.
All right. The jail reduces it by 2. Succeeding in the stability check reduces it by another 1.
1. That takes it down to 0.
Yeah.
I also modified the crime and law in Vathis. There's now 0 crime left in Vathis with the finishing of the jail.
Stumped it out. Now there's only corruption.
Yes.
Well,
You know, you get thrown into jail easily, but you can get out. You know, it's you
By
just
paying.
need to. Yeah, you need to the release tax.
Bribe tax. Yeah.
Indeed, bribe tax. All right, then step 2: pay for consumption.
Our current consumption seems to be 5. I will deduct 5 from the treasury.
Okay.
There we go. Subscriptions paid for.
Okay. Then filling vacant magic item slots. I have done that. I posted that in chat. It's also reflected in the notes for the City of Vothus.
Okay.
The Caster's Tower now sells an assortment of magical things. That is available.
Sweet.
Step 4. Modify unrest. Do you want to employ the Royal Enforcer?
Seeing as how unrest is 0? I don't think so.
Okay. Tarlin remains resting on his laurels this phase as well.
He's doing other things, you know.
Oh yes, he's certainly doing
I know for a fact he's doing other things now.
He's just gotta he's gotta put himself into a position to succeed in life.
Exactly. All right, that takes care of upkeep. We go on to edicts. Changes in leadership.
I don't think we have any.
Okay. We move on to then claiming or abandoning
Another
hexes.
edict, though. We want to raise taxes.
We will get to with issuing edicts. That's all the way at the
Yes.
end of the edict.
Issue
phase.
edicts. All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, then it is for claiming and abandoning hexes.
All right. Real it.
Abandon everything we've claimed.
That's right. Real it. We'll go to the maps. Yes, the projector.
Mushroom.
That's right.
Mushroom projector. Everything's mushroom down here.
So Real Ned will look at the maps and then say, before beginning discussing where to be going, which should be obvious as we continue to make progress towards the fungal jungle, there have been some reports that I have personally conducted and compiled regarding where we're going to be expanding. And then Rillinid basically just starts drawing lines through his map of the fungal jungle. After finishing with the Zan several months ago, I made discoveries into the primest and choicest land that we would be expanding into. And through careful analysis of the ground in the surrounding environs, checking the soil, and exploring whatever caverns existed, it seems as if there were 2 suitable locations for quarries. And at that point, he will then mark those on the map.
At this news, Sandor seems to be very excited, as well as Miku.
It really would say, these stone, so that should we have any major construction projects in the future, we will not have to expend the marble and fastivault that can be sold instead. These stone resources are not of the highest priority to obtain, particularly the one that is so close to Zan territory. However, they will be of use in the future. I have surveyed almost the entirety of the northwestern region of the fungal jungle and explored it thoroughly. However, my findings are still incomplete as to what other resources there might be. There was also one instance, and Rillinid will mark that as Hex 606, where I could not explore further. The situation seemed to have been a location for a predatory ambush, and by myself I thought that unwise.
Miku says, I do believe that anything that can enhance the kingdom's finances should be considered very carefully. And to this, Sandor, nods vigorously.
Should I add explore to any but this one?
Sure.
Yes, you can do that.
Well, I will also say, at any rate, those findings aside, we will of course need to continue making progress to the fungal jungle, and as such, and he'll point towards hexes 604 and 703.
Yeah, pretty obvious. Not really much choice there.
Nah, no choice. Dead simple.
Don't 404?
404.
Veer down the dark road, yeah.
Yep. So I'll go ahead and deduct the cost of that from the kingdom sheet, and that takes us down to 22 BP, subtracting 2 in the process.
All right.
You want to draw the lines for like the hex shit DDS?
I can try it.
Sure. While Manaki is adding the exploration things.
I haven't actually used these tools in ages. Let's go ahead and do that.
It's okay.
We believe in you.
So 606 and 70.
703.
604 and 703.
Yep.
Damn it!
We're also going to be building roads in those 2 hexes as well, which will take us down another 2 build points down to 20 in the treasury.
Yep.
What width is the 5? I guess.
You're taking care of the treasury?
Yeah, I'm handling that. I can handle editing the spreadsheet for the rest of the way.
Yep, you're so close now. You can taste it.
I hope not.
Taste the jungle as well. Oh.
There we go. I did a good job.
Yes, you did. You did such a good job, huh?
And things where we have resources are assumed to be explored. Right?
Yes. They're surveyed even.
I assayed them.
Exactly.
The power of rock.
I want to rock!
As the spider dances.
The spider dance is the best dance.
Yep. That takes care of step 2, and of course we ignore step 3 because it doesn't exist, and that was step 4 as well. Next step is creating and improving settlements.
Yes. There was promised a orphanage.
Yes.
To the somewhat surprised members of the council.
You want to explain that one?
Elinary will stand and say, I believe it is of great importance for us to further the relations we have with our subjects. As such, it is also important to make sure that our people are taken care of after foreign aggression. When we arrived in Vastavalt, there were dwarves occupying the area. Sadly, in that battle, some gnomes, some Swerve Neblin, have lost their lives. Some of these have left children fatherless. I believe we should build an orphanage to placate this. This will be done, as I have already promised such to the gnomes. This is also to aid them in the fact that we are raising taxes further.
The whole concept of like building the orphanage, Rilwyn just like stops like editing the maps and like rotates his head and lifts the mask to like reveal like a cocked eyebrow.
Elinary will have a very well-hidden smile. He's very much enjoying saying this. It will be called the Gunther Orphanage, after he who fought to keep the dwarves out of Vastavalt so bravely. As she feels a little bit of revenge, even against someone she killed.
The Gunther as certain as the stone orphanage.
Yes. In addition, I believe that this will be paid for easily, as sadly a merchant whom, if you look through it, we had an obligation has been murdered by gnome dissidents.
Gorval Harak slowly puts his fingers together and says, "Yes, I heard something to that effect, matron, and I can see then why this Gunther orphanage is being built." He sort of nods to himself. There has been some uproar among the populace of this act. Many saw it as an assassination by the state. He smiles slightly.
Such should not be verbally suggested.
He keeps smiling to himself.
Rillinid begins chuckling before he slides the mask back on and returns to looking at the map.
All right, so looking at the festival layout then, where would you like the Gunther orphanage to be built?
I think the idea was to put it a little outside the put it in a little sort of I suppose we could build it at the very down here or up here really, but we don't want to end any of these.
You could say down there along with the pier and the mill. You say that section, yeah.
Sort of, that's a little secluded.
Down here by the water.
Yeah.
In a way, that's nice for them to have.
Okay.
Give them a nice scenic view.
Yeah, and a lot of gnome children jumping into the water.
Good.
Really will also say, that is all fine and well. I was going to suggest perhaps constructing a granary here in Varthus.
Whatever you nods. Greater population will be required for our ambitions. I believe such a motion is prudent. In time, the stores of Varthus will not be able to hold enough food for the entire year.
That the Qual certainly agrees. Yes, I do believe that having a granary of some greater way of stockpiling food is a good idea. Food is a scarcity in these tunnels, and the more we can easily stockpile, the better. I am definitely for this.
It should also help with the loyalty of our people being the fact that they feel a little safer when it comes to actually being able to eat.
He nods. Indeed. If we can somehow guarantee a steady supply of food, that should assuage some doubt in the population.
Yeah. As for where the granary would be located, I guess we might as well just finish filling out the rest of that grid.
Yeah, I
think
so. I mean, the granary is like a
towers.
silent thing anyway.
Yeah.
So
It would
I'll
fit
go
over there. Yeah.
So buy your way out of jail and then immediately go get some lunch.
Yeah, you need all of your cake
Lunch at
baking
the granary?
supplies.
What?
Yeah.
This delicious oatmeal.
Anyway, the orphanage is 6 BP, and the granary with the half price because of our garrison there, and the Lyra building is 1 BP. So that's a minus 7 BP in total. Which takes us from 20 to 13.
All right.
So, takes us to step 6, which is creating army units, which I think is still a no.
Yeah, I don't think that's really viable.
Yeah, unless we have a large amount of treasury available.
Actually, Rae'nkalar has spent all the money and is now usurping you.
Yes, I've now raised
Food
consumption.
at everyone.
I've raised consumption up to 17.
Good luck. Good luck then.
Exactly.
Eleanor would like to leave. She can dream food.
All right, so then we go to step 7. Issue edicts.
And it appears that we are increasing the taxes from light to normal.
Yes.
Normal taxes.
Which has been done now. Yay!
Yeah, something Miku certainly is for. He seems somewhat relieved now going up to normal taxation.
Right. Was there anything else that we wanted to change regards to? I don't think any more diplomatic edicts are prudent at this time.
I mean, like, we want to send to the Gnome King and send Rillinid there. I don't think that's
Rillinid to Clanbolt.
You know, I don't think like this drow entourage like showing up at like this large gnomish city is okay.
Who knew such a little folk could feel so much pain? Yeah. No, I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, I guess if I look ostentatious and non-threatening enough.
No. Well, Larry knew how much it cost him to go that little step.
She dreads the prospect of.
And And to this case, Rahal, and she will not send him all the way to that clan vault. He's like, it might cost around the price of 600,000 gold.
And it's like a D4 times 3.
So no, that will not happen.
Oh shit!
Something's happened.
Rather than get the 3-month vacation.
Oh no, not a 3-month vacation. There are plans.
Exactly. All right, so you leave promotions as it is, and festivals as it is then too?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we move to the income phase.
Step 1, making withdrawals from the treasury.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta make a withdrawal.
All of it.
Not all of it. You know, I only bring this up because of the fact that the orphanage reduces unrest by 1 and we're already at 0.
We could basically make 1 paid for by the orphanage. And it gives us all a little more pocket change. Seems kind of douchey at the council. We will take money out of the treasury. What the hell are they going to do, right? They work for us.
It's the only reason why I mention it.
Yep.
Yes.
I think it's viable.
Okay.
Hi, sheep.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
You sound
this is-
different.
Yes, this is a different microphone. This is in fact my table microphone, which is far from ideal because it picks up everything.
That's the
Yes, it does.
bathroom
That's why
microphone.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to talk too much because this is far from ideal, and you're going to hear my parents outside and the lawnmowers and the crickets probably too.
You sound so much more powerful.
Yes, I'm so powerful right now.
Well,
I'm also using a headset which is basically just 2 halves, which I'm trying to hold to my ears right now.
Well, if it means anything, with background noise, I think Jonas had like a motorbike go past.
Yeah. I have my balcony door open because it's really warm, so I have motorbikes passing
Yeah,
by.
and we have a very noisy turtle. If you listen carefully, you can hear him.
And I have my air conditioner run on tabletop because, you know, it's over 30 degrees Celsius here.
Yeah.
And every now and again, you'll hear seagulls from me.
Hell.
That is, I mean, you know, just gonna say 30 degrees Celsius already. That is how
I would not play.
I know. I couldn't live. I couldn't live there.
You know, already, you know, it's been that temperature for a month now.
Oh,
We had 15 today, and that was too much.
Oh, it was 19 today.
19, I can't deal with it.
You fucking pussies now.
Winter.
it's 25 currently, which is abnormally warm. It has been like really cold for a week, and now it's like super warm. So yeah. Anyway,
At any rate, yeah, you know, the only reason why I mentioned, like, you know, with making the withdrawal of 1 BP would be because otherwise the unrest -1 does nothing.
Do we want the money?
It would be 400 gold pieces per person.
I mean, I guess we can. That's how we would slowly benefit from actually having a kingdom. By slowly making these withdrawals when building stuff anyway.
Yeah.
400 gold per person. I think it's. I mean, we could do it. And it's viable.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll pay for those 2 spiders that Ladies Other killed.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. What do the rest of you think? This is your money too.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reason not to do it?
Well, I mean,
We'll have less
1
money.
BP in the treasury is not going to make a huge difference. 400 gold, on the other hand, might.
yeah, that's because we're poor. So yeah.
That's because we're
Yeah,
poor.
exactly.
And
And what I mentioned in chat, wouldn't it make sense to maybe go put the taxation up another level? Right now, our stability is higher than the control DC. Is the control DC going to rise that much that it would?
Well,
Yeah, right now we would even succeed on a 1 if we went to heavy
well, I
taxation.
mean, it'll go up by 3 at least.
so that should actually be, the size is currently 8 now, not 6.
yeah. So
Oh, yeah, okay.
He is
Yeah.
28.
And then
Would still be
there'll
possible,
be
but
the
it-
one rest that will here if we take out money. That'll of course disappear again.
I mean, we could set it to heavy taxation. We still do have really high stability.
Good. This is as they say, 1 change is usually invitation to more. As long as you got your foot in the door.
Right. This could be like the heavy punishment for, like, you know, those horrible, like, revolutionaries, and then, you know, over time it could be like weaned back down.
I mean, we could could probably do that. Heavy taxation, divide by 4 is nicer than 5.
Yeah, it would be on average, I think, 1 more BP around.
Oh, let's do it.
Right, we're putting up heavy taxations.
That's right. We let them coast. We let them coast for 2 turns.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pricey orphanage.
They had have half a year of like sweet freedom.
Our reality's knocking on the door.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, guys. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and deduct the treasury by 1. I'll go ahead and add unrest 1. We're at 12 BP in the treasury. Unrest 1. Everyone gets 400 gold. DDS, you get my 400 gold.
Woo, 800.
Because I
dividends.
Because I owe Rae'nkalar a little bit.
You're indebted.
For all my magic shit.
So
Time to spend it all on booze.
So
Sadly, there isn't a tavern in Vothus.
we need to build one.